I don't really know how to start this video, but basically, if you clicked on this, then that means you must be pretty desperate for a night tutorial, because, I mean, obviously I know nothing about art, but, I mean, I'm just an amateur, I'm just a hobbyist, but, you know, it's like whatever. So, I'm gonna give you the night tutorial. So, over here, I have my art set up to where everything is colored in, but there's no eyes. My way of drawing eyes is actually kind of simple. You can see from the thumbnail. But basically, so I'm gonna start drawing the eyes. My eyes are kind of like a mixture of anime and cartoonish kind of style. So, for you, obviously, your style might be different. You might have a style that where your eyes are just kind of like beads, and you don't really see any of those eye colors, you know. So yeah. So if your style is kind of like that, then I'm pretty sure you clicked on the wrong tutorial, and I give you permission to move on to another video. But for here, so basically, in my eye designs, I kind of try to, I guess, incorporate as much humanness, realism, I guess you can call it, as much as I can, but not too much as to where it's like, like I, but you know, my style is kind of inspired. It's like a mixture of my eye style is kind of like a combination of two different artists' styles, and that's kind of where I picked up this design from. And it's basically a mixture of the artist Hiananatsu. You can find some of her speed paints on YouTube. My style is heavily inspired by her. But the other one, I believe their name was Pistachio Soda. And I think you can also find them on YouTube. I think they make like animatics and stuff, so that's pretty cool. So yeah. So when I'm drawing my eyes, it's kind of like a combination of both. And if you, I guess, want this kind of style of eyes, I guess my tip for you would kind of be just to like, I guess, try to follow an anime kind of style, but at the same time follow a cartoonish kind of style. It's hard to explain, but it's like this eye is always like, oop, this eye is always like boop, boop, and then there's like an underlid, I don't know what you call that, and then the actual eye, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, the eye kind of looks like that. Sometimes I add like lashes, liner, yeah, like that, and then I would color it in. But yeah, basically that's it. Oh, and don't mind this picture. It's not mine. It's I'm using it as a reference for another picture. So what you want to do is you want to get your white out now, or not the white out like the thing, like the product, you know, but like what. So you want to get the white color out. Hold on, I'm just finishing up her lashes. This is a really rough sketch and a very rough draft, by the way. So it's not like perfect. I was kind of lazy with it. But yeah, so you're gonna put your white. My liner is usually on a multiply layer, so it kind of looks weird sometimes when it doesn't match up like with the other colors in the drawing. So like, for example, like this liner, it's like this color, but this liner is like darker. So usually when you're midway into like coloring, you start to notice less of the liner, so it's like it doesn't really matter at that point. But anyways, moving on. So I use a really harsh, like maybe the harshest color you can find for the shading of the white. So for the eye white, you find like the harshest color of blue, and yeah, it looks kind of weird right now. But after that, you get your white again, and you basically just like make airbrush it white so that it makes it like a gradient. So kind of like that. So now your eye whites are shaded in. Next would be the eye color. So for this specific character, it's one of my characters. I'm going to bring out the base color, purple. Their eye color is purple. So you have that, and you see this is where the line art part gets better, because it's not all like confusing. So now the line art is purple and it matches the purple of the eye color. So basically, with this, you're gonna lock the color in because you don't want it going out, and you're basically just going to find a darker color, maybe in a different hue, because it makes it more vibrant, and you're going to shade it in, or not shade it in. You're going to airbrush it in like another gradient, and basically you just keep going until it's like dark enough. Like as you can see, my style for eye coloring is kind of really simple, so like you'll see in a bit. So that's purple, right? And she kind of looks like, if you want to draw characters that look like their souls have been drained away by like Satan or something, then you can just leave it like that, I guess, but that's not what you want, right? I hope not. So you want to color in the eyelashes the same color of the eyes, because it kind of makes it look a bit more, I don't know, it just adds something to it, you know. And then yeah, so I think that the eye on this, yeah, the eye on this side seems a bit undercolored, so I'm gonna fix that. There you go, that should be better. And now that you have that ready, what you want to do next is you want to make a new layer, do a clipping group so that it stays within the eye color, and then you're gonna get a really light color of the base color. So if it's purple, then you're gonna look for a really light purple, almost to where as if it seems it's white, you know. And you're gonna kind of do like a ring, I guess, inside their eye. It's almost as if like the lighting, they're staring at a camera, you know, like the lighting. So you do that for one eye, and then you do it for the other eye. So there, you have your rings now, and yeah, it looks creepy again, but I mean, you're not finished yet, so it, of course, it's gonna look creepy. But basically you have your eyes there, and then you grab your dark color again, make another layer, add another clipping group layer, and you're just gonna like color over it, or airbrush over it again with a really dark color. And then, I mean, you're basically done at this point, but if you want to add more detail, you could add like a highlight. Oh, it's under the, okay. Add like a highlight, make sure it's like a visible highlight and it's not being covered by the line art. And if you want, you can also airbrush in the lighter color beneath it too, but it kind of subtracts from the effect a little bit, so I wouldn't really recommend doing that. If you dig this style though, then you should be fine with coloring it in. And basically at this point you're done. But as a little extra added effect, I like to give it a little bit more of like luminosity, so it makes it look more vibrant. So to do that, you can just kind of, you go to the luminosity settings here, and you can just kind of play around with it a little bit, see where the lighting, or see where the light looks like really good when it's bright, and you know, go lightly and everything. And there, you're basically done. To give you an example where the eyes already been drawn, I have this base colored line art for I guess a prize I'm doing for somebody. So what you want to do here is, I'm gonna do the same steps. I'm gonna fill in the white. Normally I would do the skin first and then I would color in the eyes, because I don't know, that's just my steps, like that's how I'm used to drawing them. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm doing it backwards, or I'm doing it out of order. So I'm following the same steps in the other eye. And then you get the base color. Okay, I think the eye color is good. So you're going to, and if you get the wrong base color for the eye, don't be discouraged. You can always make it look better by adding more, or you can always salvage it by adding more effects to it, like I'm about to show you, since I don't really know the exact eye color of this character. So I'm using the eyedropper tool to just get it from there. It looks kind of like a brown eye color, right? But you never really know what hue of brown it is because of the highlight. So yeah, so you preserve the opacity or quapacity. I don't know what it is. Quapacity, opacity. They're all the same to me. But anyways, you do that, and then you shade in with a darker color. So I think the base color for this eye was a little bit too dark, so I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. It seemed like in the other picture they used more of an orangey kind of color to light up the bottom, so I'm gonna do that too. And by orangey I mean like orangey instead of like more pink, you know. So yeah, that looks okay. I think I can go a little bit more though. And then you get the dark eye color, and then you do the same with the I guess you would call it the eyelash. Yeah, the eyelash. Maybe color the bottom eyelashes. So yeah, and then I'm gonna eyedrop this color. So they look like they use, yeah, like a really yellow color instead of they use a really yellow brown instead of a more red brown. So yeah, so you fill in the ring, and you fill in the other ring. And wait, oh, I forgot to do clipping group. Shoot, okay. Oh no, wait, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. There's only one layer. So clipping group that. And then clipping group again. Uh, airbrush over it. And of course you don't really have to follow my style, of course, like always, or like most artists say, but you can really experiment with it if you don't really like it, and you can find out other ways to color eyes. Like sometimes, or in my old drawing videos, I would add little light spots, like really saturated light spots, like pink and green, and I'm not gonna leave this in the final drawing. I'm just doing it for the sake of this tutorial, like that. And then I would, you know, do the same thing. I would add a highlight over it and call it a day. Boom, your eyes are finished. But I'm not gonna do those light spots because I don't really like those anymore. My style has changed a little bit, so you add your highlights where they need to go, or you're intending for them to go. And boom, you're finished with the eye. If you like this tutorial, please consider giving it a like or whatever. Not that I need them or anything, but I don't know, it would help me, it would let me know whether you want more, I guess, tutorials like this. So if you liked it, be sure to leave a thumbs up. I sound like a YouTuber, but whatever. And yeah, I hope you liked it. And bye bye.